You're listening to On the Verge on WTBU.
Welcome back to On the Verge, the official music and talk show of Verge Campus BU. You're listening live on WTBU Radio, the beat of Boston University. But how might they be listening to us? Team?
Well, you could be listening to us on 640 AM.
On 89.3 FM.
BU Channel 6. I'm reading off the paper.
Julia's the new intern.
I'm the kid.
Go ahead.
Possibly WTBUradio.org.
/listen. Or our WTBU Radio mobile app.
Or
call us because we have someone really cool on air and you might want to talk to her. And if you do, you can call us at 617-353-6400.
No!
That would have been so cute. All right, 6400. So yeah, the time has come for our first, thank God, official featured artist of the episode for this semester.
Woo!
We have the lovely, the talented Brynn Elliott.
Hi.
She's so cute.
Glad to be here.
We're so happy to have you. So, for all of our listeners out there, when we took our short little musical break, we played Roe Ransom's Stop the World, but more importantly, right before we came on, we played Brynn's song, Might Not Like Me, and we were all jamming out here.
Oh, yeah.
I wish Landry was still here.
Yeah.
He would have gotten to, witness this, very female girl power moment that we had. That's our one male team member, but he had to leave. So that was great. Loved that song. A nice little start. How about we start there? Can you tell us a bit about that song?
Yeah.
Origin?
Sure. Yeah, I wrote it.
I'm going to download it because I like it.
Thank you so much. That's so nice. Yeah, I wrote it about a year and a half ago. I wrote it after a breakup. It was just kind of needed female empowerment in my life.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, we all need that.
We all do.
Yeah.
We all do.
Everyone goes through it, and everyone, needs that.
You just need that
in their
pump-up
life.
song to be like, I just need to move on. And then I was also taking this class, this seminar about women in philosophy. I'm a philosophy major. We call it weird names. But, I'm a philosophy major, and I was taking this class in the philosophy department on women in philosophy, which is a rare thing in a philosophy department to have a class on women. And so I was studying two particular women who were philosophers in the 1600s, but because they were women, they weren't really considered philosophers. And so yeah, I just kind of wrote this song. No one would ever know this, but I wrote the song also from their perspective of one of the women just self-published her work, which was a huge no-no.
Yeah.
Wow.
She just kind of was I don't really care. So yeah, I it's a pop song about my breakup, but it's also this this song that came from that place of really dealing with the issues in the world and feeling the weight of that and needing a hopeful out through songwriting.
I love that.
Yeah.
An
really
ode
cool.
to female philosophers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
rock on. Nice.
Yeah.
And I love that subtlety. So you say concentrations instead of majors.
Yeah.
Because you go to.
I go to Harvard.
And she's
Wow.
great.
Genius in the room.
No, I'm not genius.
So what year are you at Harvard?
I am a senior.
Nice.
Have you met Malia Obama?
I have
Julia, we had to ease into that question.
I love it. I have seen her. I really want to be her friend. I've heard her. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say this, but I've heard her on the phone with Michelle. I have.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It was a pretty
crazy.
epic moment.
Wow. Confidential conversation.
Yeah, I was I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but it's true. She said mom, so.
Oh my God. I would spasm.
Michelle.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's okay. We've been talking about this for weeks.
Yeah.
There was a
Every
spotting
time.
of her in our neighborhood bar scene.
Oh, yeah.
So a bunch of BU people saw her, so we've just been enthralled.
Yeah.
I would also be really excited if I heard her talking to her mother. So it's so fine.
Hi, can I also talk to your mom?
Can I also call her mom? Yeah.
Can't talk.
Wait, Mom.
Let me say hi.
Yeah.
So that aside, what's it like being in your last year of college?
Oh my goodness, it's crazy. It's so, everyone is so like existential. Trying to take in every moment, but also like plan for next year. And I'm doing that too. And it's just like, it's like so many emotions
Yeah.
all the time. It's like you don't get a break. It's like the whole year is just like all of this anticipation and then like taking it in. And I called my mom the other day and I was like crying because I was like, I'm not sad, I'm not happy, I'm just like, there's just so many emotions.
So much. Yeah.
Like, this is so awesome. This is why moms are so great. It's like, just like feel it all. Just let yourself feel it, whether it's happy or sad. So yeah, it's just like sad because I feel like my friends and I aren't going to be in the same place next year. We're all be doing our own thing, which is like cool but sad, and then happy because it's like last year of school and we got through it. Yeah. So
isn't that the funny thing about like being a senior? It seems like from the very start you're already like, oh, it's over. But like you really have like a year.
Yeah.
But like from day one you're like, oh, I'm graduating.
Yeah.
It's done.
It is still a year, but it's like everything's like a year. It's like the last time. Like,
yeah.
I was talking about this with my roommate last night. It was like next year. There's no like next year. It's just like that we can talk about together because we're like.
Yeah.
So,
the last time I hear Malia on the phone with her mom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
First and last.
Wow.
Amazing. So walk us through like your whole journey as being a student and an artist. Have you been balancing both of them since you started at Harvard, or what's that been like? Okay.
I have. Yeah, I kind of. It's a long story, but I weirdly got this gap year opportunity to work with a producer. So I took a year off from school before coming in, and I was like, I never wanted to be like a singer-songwriter, an artist. I just like wrote songs. I wanted to be a philosophy teacher. I was like, and that's still like, I'm still like,
you can do it. You can just sing your lectures.
Yeah, well, I'm working on that. But I then went on tour, and actually Jackie, my friend who's here today, was on that tour, and that's how we met.
Hi, Jackie.
But yeah, I went on this tour, and that's when I the whole year I was just like, I don't know if this is who I am. Like, what am I doing with my life? And then I went on tour. I got this opportunity to open for this guy, and I fell in love with playing live. And that was the moment when I was like, okay, my career starts now. I'm committed to this. I'm committed to playing songs live and producing kind of poppier music live. And so I went into my freshman year, and I just like tried to keep connected to everyone I had met out in LA, and just sort of built it from there. And it's gone well, and I've been so grateful for opportunities to tour and songs to release and all that good stuff during college. So
that's
awesome.
awesome.
Amazing. That's amazing that you're able to like balance that.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like being an athlete in some ways, because you like practice every day and then you travel on the weekends, and it like definitely works. It's just it's not like laid out in a plan. I'm kind of making it up, or for a while I was definitely doing it on my own. So
and also, if it's something you're passionate about, I feel like it's like second nature to make time for it.
Yes.
So God bless passion.
Yeah, 100%.
Does it ever get super overwhelming and you're like, I don't know if I can handle both of these anymore, or?
Yeah, it does. Like every week.
Yesterday.
Yeah, really. Like actually, like this week, last weekend I was filming some like acoustic live sessions, and we were filming one that was like super late at night, and then one that was really early in the morning. So I just like didn't get to sleep, which is like for me an issue.
Yeah.
If I don't sleep, I'm a wreck. I forget things. I get really emotional, and so I like had this thesis. I'm writing a thesis at school in philosophy, and I had this like chunk of thesis writing that I committed to doing with my advisor. It's not like an actual class. It's just like me and my advisor, and I like totally spaced this writing. And so I get an email from my advisor. I was supposed to get it to her Monday, and Wednesday morning she emails me and she's like, hey, where's this writing? And I was just like,
No.
this is what no sleep does. So it's like you have moments like that where you're just like, am I just the craziest for trying to do this?
And you hit her up, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm a pop star.
Yeah. I know. It's like, how do I say this? But like, I have to tell her what happened or why. But she's awesome, and like my professors and everyone at school has been super supportive.
Yeah, I was gonna
great.
say, like, how understanding are, because like I'm sure there's a lot of like creative people in college,
Yeah.
but I'm sure there's not that many who are so serious about like taking career paths like this while staying in school. So
Yeah.
are like faculty members and professors and stuff like understanding when you're like, sorry, can't I have a show, like, and with my fans are waiting.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they really are, actually. This woman in particular, I was in a class with her freshman year, and so she knew, was this professor that like wanted to know who you were. She didn't want to just like teach you whatever she knew.
I love
that.
Yeah, so she was like, I walked into her office and I was like, I'm so sorry. And like, she had this huge smile on her face. She was like, don't say sorry to me. It's just more work for you. And I was like, oh. And she was just like she was like very good. She had good spirits about it, and she's amazing and very supportive. So I feel like, I think at Harvard I've just like been overwhelmed by how supportive the faculty actually are of students, and like you see faculty at games and all this stuff.
Awesome.
So yeah, I've been I did not expect that at all, honestly. So yeah, it's been great.
And do you think that you still have been able to have the quote unquote like full college experience, or do you ever feel like, oh, like, you know, I'm being a professional artist right now, I'm kind of missing out on
Can't
those
go to
like
this
little
frat party.
things? Yeah, always goes back to the frat party.
I don't feel like I have missed out at all. I think mostly because, I mean, what a typical college experience is, I'm not sure. But I feel like I've made friendships that are gonna last forever, and we've gone through like so much together, and I feel like I really have grown up in college, and so I feel like that was definitely a goal. I think, you know, and so yeah, I think the friendship thing has just been what has made the experience so worthwhile, and then being able to study things and apply that to my music that I'm making and all that stuff, that was also a goal. So I feel like I have no regrets about going to college.
No regrets.
Hashtag that.
Yeah, love it. I'll never get over that. That's such a funny thing.
It was good. It was good.
But wow, the words. Kind of talk to us about your music. So you already went a little bit into, when we spoke about that first song, Might Not Like Me, kind of the inspiration for that. But in terms of just like your music in general, where does your inspiration usually come from? Is it like a similar situation, or just in general?
Yeah, I think I started writing music when I was 16. No one in my family had ever gone to college, and when I was a sophomore in high school, I was like, family, I really want to go to college. And they were like,
family.
Yeah. They were like, oh, okay. So I was like in this stressful period of like college applications and like all this stuff.
That's
I
the
didn't really
worst.
know what I was doing. Yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna apply. Hopefully someone picks me. And anyway, so I was just like so overwhelmed by this, and like just feeling like a resume, not feeling like a human being. So
That's an incredible quote.
yeah,
I could use that every day.
yeah, it's real. I think
It's so
real.
relatable. It's so relatable.
Yeah, and so I was just like, I need an out. I need a way to just like be a human again. And my dad had this old guitar that he never played, and I was like, Dad, can I play this guitar and like learn how to play it, just because I need like to
release.
something. Yeah. And then from there I was like learning like covers on YouTube and trying to figure out how to play, and then I just started writing songs. I from like what I was learning in school, which is really weird. So like I was learning about the gold rush in California, and I wrote a song called Gold Dust, and it was just a pop song, you know, about
the
a
gold
boy.
rush?
No, about a boy. And it was like, I was sitting there being like, what's a cool like metaphor. Oh, the gold rush.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think with
How
my
intellectual.
I know.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Honestly, that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
Like some of my
Yeah.
favorite songs are like ones that have like stuff like that.
Yeah, me too. And I want to write songs that are very accessible. Like I don't want it to be like too in my head, but like for me, I'm like really satisfied as an artist if I've applied what I'm learning to what I'm singing and writing, because I feel like that's when I personally am really learning. So so that's how I started writing, and then I kind of viewed school as like a 4-year thing to sort of just like come up with songs and sort of build up this bank for songwriting with different ideas. So that's
I love that.
That's the
The
plan.
gold
That's awesome.
dust.
the goal.
Did you have any musical experience before, like, picking up your dad's guitar, where you're just like, I'm a YouTube how to play a guitar?
Yeah. I did. It was very organic. My mom's side of the family was very very musical. My dad's side not so much. But my grandparents were around a lot when I was growing up, and they would always like be in the kitchen cooking together and singing to each other.
Oh, wow.
And
Oh,
I was
that's
just
so
like,
cute.
I remember being like so drawn to that, and so I was always drawn to music, and I went through this like musical phase when I was in middle school, and I just tried to absorb as much music as I possibly could, but never. I always thought I was a lover of music, not a maker of music, and so that like when I was 16, it was like, am I a maker of music? Is that why I'm drawn so much?
Identity crisis.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, so that's how I got into that.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So what was the moment for you when you were like, wow, I think this is actually, a future for me, and I'm going to really start taking this seriously?
Oh, that's a hard question. I feel like I'm always like that, just like self-doubting, and then being like, no, this is really who I am. I don't know. I feel like I would go back to that moment after I went on my first like tour. It was just me and my acoustic guitar, and I was going into college, and I was just like, I want this now. I don't just like enjoy writing songs, or like that's not a hobby. It's like I want this to be a bigger feature of my life, and so I would say like right before freshman year, when I was like, I want to play live music, that was what got me into like wanting to pursue it as a life and a career and a business, as opposed to just a hobby that I would do. So.
And how would you describe performing live? You said that really was what did it for you. So
Yeah.
What's the mindset when you're on stage?
For me, it's like it's so humbling on a lot of levels, especially right now, because I love this experience of writing a song and then being able to perform it in front of people, and then not knowing how they're gonna take it. Like no one's gonna know that I wrote Might Not Like Me about this like seminar that I took, right? And I love that. I love that that's not common knowledge, because it's kind of weird. But I love when people own the songs for themselves, or tell their story through the song.
Right.
That's like so humbling, because then you realize that music is a community bigger than yourself, and I think that's what drew me to live music. Is like, this isn't about me. This is about this moment and these people and what we're all going through and what we can relate on, and so I think that's what drew me to live music, and just the experience of creating music live as well can be really fun, because it's messy sometimes, and
The
I
little
could talk about it
quirks.
all day. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Does anyone have their phone, interns?
Yeah.
Right here.
Pull up a timer.
Okay.
We're gonna do 60-second story time, and I would like Jackie to get on air for this one. I think this could be fun.
I have a stopwatch up.
You got it?
Got a stopwatch? Can someone share a mic?
Yeah.
All right, so we do this thing where we have our interviewee tell us a story in a minute, like off the cuff. And let's do best friend edition.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
So do your like best friend thing where you like think of the same thing. Figure out a story, and you're gonna tell us a story in 60 seconds. Tell us when you're ready.
We're gonna tell you a
What are we
story.
supposed to talk
Yeah.
about first?
People have done like on the road story, or like we have a lot of artists who are also in college, and they've given us like a weird college story. Totally up to you. See if you can decide on something, and then tell us when you're ready.
Tell us a story.
Julia, that was beautiful. Crush
That was spontaneous beauty.
Who's the real? Are you guys
Who's the
also
artist?
artists? Are you guys also music?
We should collab with Brynn.
Okay, let's do it.
Are you ready?
Should I start the timer?
Let's do the pumpkin seed notebook.
Pumpkin seed notebook.
All
Here we go.
right. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
So we're like telling you a story.
Yeah,
Alright,
so
in
you want
me to
60
hit this?
seconds.
All right,
Ready?
3, 2, 1,
Go.
Once upon a time, there were two girls who really loved nut butter.
And those two girls bought 14 jars of nut butter every day.
Yes. That's not an exaggeration, but one day we bought this particular kind of nut or seed butter. Unclear.
Who knows? It was called pumpkin seed butter.
Seed
Never
butter.
been consumed by me personally.
Or me, personally.
But we heard things, so we bought it.
We heard it was nutritious and delicious.
halfway through.
There you go. And it was terrible.
Oh
And
no!
it was green
And watery.
and gross.
It didn't taste like a pumpkin.
Oh.
It didn't
Or
taste like
pumpkin
pumpkin
seed.
pie. Yeah.
And for two girls who really loved nut butter, this was a tragedy.
So disappointing.
It tasted like dirt.
So there was someone else on the bus that was very healthy all the time.
A vegan.
He was very vegan. He
In
played
fact,
guitar.
yes,
No,
he
he
was
played the drums.
Are we just the timer just stopped?
Well, he got the nut. He got the seed butter. He got
Happy ending.
happy ending.
Yeah.
Someone enjoyed the seed butter.
Yeah. Did he like it?
great.
Did he like it though?
We're like,
He actually didn't like it.
It was that bad. It was that bad.
Wait,
It was
that
like
was
pretty and like
Ew.
it was green.
The pumpkin seed.
pumpkin seeds are green.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, and we just we like sunflower seed butter. So we were like, we live on. It's like
I
half
love
of our
sunflower
diet.
seed butter.
I go for
That's
like a
delicious.
jar every 3 days, so I'm
And we
not
did
that's
that
an
on the road.
exaggeration.
Yeah.
That was an incredible story.
Thank you.
I must say, no one's ever done that. Almost sounding like they were gonna do the like Fresh Prince.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like,
I was like, are they gonna
I got
make this
like rap
rhyme?
vibes. That was
was
very
right,
cool. And you were
yeah.
like bouncing off each other.
I'm so
that
glad
was
that you.
amazing.
They were
Also-
ready for this.
Yeah.
They were
I'm
ready.
just-
Did you tell them?
I'm just so glad that
Said
you
nothing.
warned us of the dangers of pumpkin seed butter.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
do it.
Never.
Don't do it.
That was a
Don't do
PSA
it.
Yeah.
as well.
PSA, hashtag
so
no
many
pumpkin
things
seed
just
butter.
happened in that segment. Amazing. I love doing that. I always get some interesting stories. So we have about 8 minutes left. Do we have time for some guitar?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yay!
I'm very excited about it. Thanks, Jackie.
That was so fun.
Thank you, Jackie.
We always have to bring in the supporters because they add an element.
Yeah,
They add
totally.
an
I would not have
element.
been able to do
They
that
reveal
without
stuff.
Jackie.
Exactly.
I like.
Oh, this is a funky guitar, guys.
Oh yeah.
I wish
really
you all
cool.
could see this guitar because it's awesome.
We'll post pics. Don't you worry. Friendly reminder to follow us on Facebook, WTVU's On the Verge, to see pictures, videos, audio from today's episode.
The whole shebang.
You're gonna want to see Brynn and her guitar. It's a
Oh
sight.
yeah.
It's a sight. Oh, I should tune this guitar. Yikes.
I thought it sounded great. I know
It
that.
Sounds fine to me.
Oh man. Well, we'll just do a little muted acoustic for you guys.
Nice.
You're cool if I just go straight into it?
Do it.
Yeah.
Get him, girl.
Okay. You broke up with me. For the life of me, I couldn't figure out what I did wrong. I'm so sorry, 'cause I'm usually the first one to admit I did wrong. Get over yourself, it's no big deal if I run a little faster than you on the playground. Get over yourself, what's your problem? What's your problem? Well, if you don't like girls that are stronger than you, and if you don't like girls that are faster than you, and if you don't like girls that are smarter than you, well, then you might not like me, you might not like me, oh. We had chemistry, you're the one that got away, and I'll never forget you. You were beautiful, you were perfect as you were, and I didn't want to fix you. Just get over yourself, it's no big deal if I swim a little faster than you in the neighbor's pool. Get over yourself, what's your problem? What's your problem? Well, if you don't like girls that are stronger than you, and if you don't like girls that are faster than you, and if you don't like girls that are smarter than you, well, then you might not like me, you might not like me. And if you don't like girls tougher than you, and if you don't like girls more daring than you, and if you don't like girls braver than you, well, then you might not like me, you might not like me, oh. You might not like me, you might not like me, and that's fine by me. You might not like me, you might not like me, boy. Lay down your pride, wipe the tear from your eye. I'll take you back, I'll take you back, I'll take you back, boy. Lay down your pride, wipe the tear from your eye. I'll take you back, I'll take you back, I'll take you back. But if you don't like girls that are stronger than you, and if you don't like girls that are faster than you, and if you don't like girls that are smarter than you, well, then you might not like me, you might not like me. And if you don't like girls tougher than you, and if you don't like girls more daring than you, and if you don't like girls braver than you, well, then you might not like me, you might not like me, oh. You might not like me, you might not like me, and that's fine by me. You might not like me, you might not like me.
Oh my gosh! That was so good!
That was Bob.
Wait, I love how she was like, do you mind like if I just like go like right into it? And it was just like amazing.
She blessed us.
What is happening?
Blessed us with this amazing music.
Thank you so much.
It's so fun to be in like a room full of just girls.
Yes, I love that.
Andy, we love you, Andy.
And Andy's great. And yeah, but this is fun.
This has been great. Thank you so much for coming on and joining us today. You are welcome anytime.
Thank you
words.
so much.
Yeah, please come back
I'm
and
emo.
sing to us again.
I'm also emo.
I love to.
Just like when I'm feeling down.
Just call up Brynn, like,
Motivate
hey,
us.
I'm kind of feeling down, like, I'm not having a good day.
I
Some
also
girl
said
power,
something
like,
stupid.
that was
You're
Bob.
like, I need you to
I feel
sing to
like
me.